Randy Silver here, sports reporter with NTV, sports director Darren Winberg. Darren, we're here after Nebraska loses to a ranked USC, number 23 in the nation, 21-17, up 14-6 at halftime. Dylan Raiola gets hurt, doesn't come back in the second half, got hurt on the second drive, and they end up losing. What are your thoughts?
Well, we're in the entertainment industry. We're also in the storytelling business. What better story? The script is written. TJ Lateef, the California kid, he wants to go to USC, doesn't, goes to Nebraska, has a chance on the last drive of the game to go 94 yards to win it. Unfortunately, he didn't get the memo. The script, the government's on strike, so is the script writers, because he didn't get the script. Nebraska falls to 0 for 29 since
0-29 versus AP ranked top 25 team since 2016. Now 0-7 in the Matt Rule era.
Yeah, so 0 for, and it's a tough one because Nebraska was right there. They're moving the ball, and an injury, freak injury. You lose your left tackle again. Pritchett is out again. So it's things here and there. You got to think Nebraska's going to pull through. You got to think they're going to pull through. And then just at the last minute, heartbreak.
And there were a couple times here where there's a trick play, there's a flea flicker, they got a big chunk play there. There was a 3rd and long, got a big pass play. Nebraska just couldn't get off the field when it mattered most, which is something we saw against Michigan, against Michigan State, but they won that game. Against Minnesota, we saw that they couldn't do it. They just didn't make the play when it mattered on defense to give their offense a chance there.
It also comes down to the run defense. They cannot stop the run. USC was hurting themselves by throwing the ball. If they keep running the ball, even when Raiola was in there, they were getting big chunk play after chunk play after chunk play. And they just, for whatever reason, when they get a stop, they forget to tackle. They try and punch the ball loose. They got a little bit leery in the second half. But you know what? Coach Rule's talked about resolve. This team has talked about resolve, and they're going to get a chance to show it when they take on UCLA, an improved UCLA squad.
Yes, who's also coming off a bye like USC this week. Speaking of running game, we have to shout out Emmett Johnson, broke 1,000 yards on the ground. This game has over 2,000 yards in his career at Nebraska. I think it was like 135, maybe more on the ground tonight. What do you see from him?
I saw tough running. He was running 4 yards to the left, 6 yards to the right, 3 yards up the middle to get 3 yards. He's running 14 yards to get 3 yards. And by that, I mean, there was nothing there. There was nothing there. The offensive line wasn't getting the push they needed. So he was maneuvering to get the tough yards, the yak, the yards after the catch. But these are the rack, the runs after the catch. My guy was just running up a storm. And that's heart. That's something you can't teach. And that is what this team needs to embody, his heart. We talked about Raiola being injured. He wanted to come back in. Matt Rule obviously said, no, we're not going to chance it, which was probably the smart move. But this team has heart. They've got character. And I think it's going to show next week.
And they are the youngest team in the Big Ten. Coach Rule got the extension this week. They're bowl eligible for the first time in October since a decade ago. So this team is trending up. Maybe not trending as quick as others would hope, like you see at Indiana, but there's progress here.
I'm going to say, though, Indiana, they're an anomaly. Like,
yes.
Kurt Cignetti, like, that's not normal. They are bucking trends that most teams can't do. And if you want to follow that model, that's fine, but it's lightning in the bottle. And I'm just going to say, Husker Nation, Matt Rule is the guy, and Kurt Cignetti is the guy for Indiana. But that's not what normal. Like, that's just not normal.
No. And unfortunately for Husker fans, we were not able to buck the trend tonight of winning versus a ranked team since 2016.
But, final
thoughts.
Electric atmosphere. Blackout, you win. You crushed it. The fans were there, even the USC. So I was on the USC sideline, and they were, like, giddy. Like, they could see, like, wow, this atmosphere is amazing. Unfortunately, Nebraska couldn't get it done, but I don't see any reason they don't do this again for the foreseeable future.
And Coach Rule talked about on Thursday in his press conference, 26, 27, 28 recruits are here. They saw that. That means good promise for the future. And next up for Nebraska, as you said, is UCLA in Pasadena next week. This is Darren Winberg, NTV Sports Director. I'm Randy Silver, NTV Sports Reporter. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you, not next week, not 2 weeks from now, not 3 weeks from now. Back here for Black Friday, Iowa, 11 a.m.
Cheers.
Dr. Pepper.